We continue with our conversations on the forthcoming, fast approaching Edo State governorship election, which is prepared for this Saturday. That's just like 3 days away. Joining me now is also a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. He's also a member of the APC Campaign Council in Edo North Senatorial District. I'd like to thank very especially Ahmed Musa Momo for joining us on the program. Good to have you here on the program.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. Share with us, I mean, your take on the level of engagement so far. We know that in an election cycle, the initial stage is with the political parties who will decide who becomes the standard flag bearer of the party. Once that is done, the onus is now on the electorates to decide the fate of that candidate, whether he wins or not. And that's why we have campaigns and all of that. So what's your assessment of the impact of your party's campaign so far?
Well, thank you, Sonny. And I want to appreciate the viewers. Good morning, viewers. For your question, I want to appreciate the director of our campaign council, Matthew Orohide, Senator Matthew Orohide, for the quality people they have put in place to handle this campaign, and also to appreciate the chairman of the campaign council, Senator Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, who has also, demonstrated capacity, and Pastor Sagize Yamu from the Edo South Senatorial District, as well as those of Edo Central, who has also made this campaign council a memorable one. It has never been like this before in the state, and I have seen that they have shown love. The people of the state have shown love for the party, most especially the candidate, coming from his background, his humbleness, and his acceptance by the people. After the party primaries, you could see that, from the last election in 2020, when we had the primaries of Pastor Sajeze Yamo, people, there were still a lot of aggrieved people, but in this one, it didn't even take us time to bring everybody together. So everybody came together, and they are working assiduously to ensure that the candidate of the APC emerge victorious on Saturday election. So far so good. I want to say that we are doing very well. The party is, meeting with the people, with the campaigns, telling the people what they will do and what they will change in the system. That is the most important. For me, it is what you will do, you tell the people. It is not about insult or about, making issues out of nothing, or boasting, or saying you will bring everything down if it is not going your way. Tell us what you will do, what you have done, and what you are going to do. So for the candidate of the APC, you know very well he's a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's somebody who, in the show of politics, he has never contested. This is the first election he's contesting as a senator, and he won. And Edo Central has never been APC. Okay. He's the first person who came. And even when he told people, go and look for somebody to contest for Senate, I will sponsor, they said they don't have. And the people came back to him and said, you that is telling us to look for somebody, well, and would you go to Senate? I hear people call him a panel beater now. If he can be a panel beater and later become somebody as a governor, I think it's something every hard work person should emulate in this state and in this country. So for me, he's somebody who has shown, humane. Somebody who is quiet, who does his things very quietly, is not the noise maker, person. So for him to become a senator, my brother, is something we should be looking at. So for me, I want to thank them, and I appreciate every member of this campaign council.
All right. There's a feeling that your party has been relying more on propaganda and lies and half-truths because there's really no message to convey to Edo people in this election in projecting the candidate of the party. How do you react to that?
When you say lies, how do you lie? Are you now telling me that Senator Monday Okpewolo is not a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? He's not representing Edo Central Senatorial District. He has his office as a senator, as we speak, he's a senator. So is that one a lie? So he didn't campaign before he became a senator? He didn't vote for him? He didn't promise the people he would do this XYZ in this land? Even before he became a senator, he lied with the Atalakpa vigilante group by giving them vehicles to do all of this in Edo Central. Is that all those ones lie? If he campaigns with them, or all those are not enough to propaganda himself to become, you know, a governor of the state? Let's take, for instance, now he is a senator. You say all of this that he's doing in this land is propaganda? No, no, no. That is why I told you, and I said on this, I said on TVC, that it's good for us to have somebody who, on his own, I want to become governor of the state. It is not, you know, it's not handpicked by anybody, like the way we were giving Godwin Obaseki in 2016. If we were to give governor to anybody, as at that time, a project I took very personal, as at that time, Godwin wouldn't have been governor. The likes of Ogie were there, the likes of other people, Odubu, were there. Even Pastor Sageze Yamo had to leave the party because we believe, so acclaimed by our leader, that he was, you know, the engine room. But what happened next? What happened next? After assuming office, looking at, you know, let me take, for instance, the security vote, like I mentioned here the other time.
Yeah, you said you assume that Governor Godwin Obaseki was the engine room. Was that an assumption, or it was a fact, which was alluded to by your leader, Senator Adams Oshomole? He said that repeatedly, that everything that he has done or he did is attributable to the passion, the commitment of Governor Obaseki. So it was.
Wait.
So it was
when
just
somebody want to win election,
he can say anything.
He can say anything.
Okay.
Because he wanted Godwin to be governor, but actually, he was the engine room as acclaimed as at that time. Where is the engine now? He's now the governor. We should see more of the engine that was so acclaimed. You see, when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name. That was what happened. As at that time, because we wanted to defeat PDP, we never wanted PDP to come to power again in the state. That was why all those campaigns were there as at that time. I would blame Comrade because he needed a successor that was he believed in. He was his chairman of economic team. All these things were being done by him. They were planned by him. The government was smooth and everything. So he came in on board and he was governor. I supported him. I'm not taking myself out of the support that I give to Godwin because he was very close ally too. He comes to my house, we sit, we drink, we eat together. But when he became governor, what is the next? So that is why I tell you that Nigerian governors, you see Fubara now, the security vote is so enormous that they don't even do anything with the security vote. It swells their head. They pack the money like, you know, that is their problem. So when they see that money, they don't, you are nothing to anybody. You are nothing to them. So I believe some of all these things are something we need to restructure. Nigeria need to restructure a lot of things. Governors have too much power. You can see them boasting. They will do this, they will do that. If whoever will fall, if this thing does not happen. It is because of the enormous power. Do you know that a governor does not take permission to travel out of this country from Mr. President? But if Mr. President wants to travel now, he will write to the National Assembly, he's going to do. But the governor does not have who he reports to. He just carried the House of, you could see, the 14 members in the Edo State House were not sworn in. You know? So when you when you are saying about propaganda, who is the propaganda here? Okay. Godwin is more of the propaganda.
When you talked about, you said a while ago that when a politician wants to win an election, he can say anything. And that perhaps
like the one I will even say here.
Yes, yes. So like you know, the Senator Adams Oshomole, then you said you would blame for the things he said because he wanted to win an election. That's why he said those things about Governor Godwin Obaseki at the time. So now he's also speaking for the current APC candidate. Should we take him serious? Because he wants to win an election. Because he wants to defeat PDP. So no. Should we take him serious?
Yeah, you have to take him serious.
Why should we take him serious?
You have to take him serious.
Why should we take him serious?
Let me tell you why you take him serious.
Why should we take him serious?
Sonny, let me tell you why you will take him serious. Do you have any blemish on Adams Oshomole in this state? As we speak today, it's his project that we are seeing on ground. Tell me the project of Godwin Obaseki. Tell me his project. Edo best rubbish, nothing. It's nothing to write home about. He has plugged this state. As at the time Godwin was chairman of economic team in this state was owing, even the past government were owing 43 billion. What are we owing today? As it is today, we are owing 573 billion naira.
What's your source?
What's your source?
Yes, for that.
You go and look for the source.
No, you tell me your source. You must quote a source. For people to make it believable. So that it doesn't look like they're just banding information.
The sources are everywhere. It's government. Anything you want to know about government is there.
Okay.
So when you say where are the source? The state we are owing $143 million. How are we going to pay? So when you say what we said before, if we are going to what we are saying now. What we are saying now is that a senator, Edo Central, you and I are in this state. Edo Central has never voted for APC in the history. Chief Aneni was there. A household name, a man I respect, even till his grave. Because I have had an opportunity to work with him, with people who work with him very closely. Okay. So for me, it is after his dismay that we had somebody in that area, and somebody in that area that was also very loyal and close to the ASAM people.
So what are those things that will shape this election? First, you said that the things that Senator Adams Aliyu Oshomole said at the time that brought Governor Godwin Obaseki to power were things said just to win election. More are being said now
about his party.
Yes, more things are being said now by the current governor. And I'm of the view that if those things were said just because of election, what is being said now is also being said because of election, because if you look at it critically, he didn't support the present APC candidate, you know, at the primaries. He had somebody else in mind.
He's a human being.
Yes, he had somebody else in mind.
The way he had somebody in mind, I had somebody in mind.
Okay.
That was why I said in my interview that Adams is one person. He should not be blamed. He has his own, you know, view on you know, his candidate. I had my view, and we were stranded.
Okay.
And I told him the reason why it must go to Esaland because of equity. Let me tell you, Godwin is serving Edo Central Stone. Godwin actually is serving Edo Central Stone. This state is
explain that.
Is serving Edo Central Stone because Edo Central would have produced governor.
Okay.
But if this time God has made it possible for them, even the both parties, to put their candidate in Edo Central, that shows that both parties are now working in line with equity and justice, which has to be part of us as evil human beings in this country. Because you cannot enslave a senatorial district not to have a development of its own. Go to Isha. Before you get to Ekpoma, the road is bad. You can't even cross to Edo North. But if you have a governor there who knows what it is, he will cry to the federal government. Because Obaseki is not from there, it doesn't concern him. Doesn't concern him. So now we have a governor who is now a candidate who is now a senator of the federal republic, who is even before becoming governor now is agitating for his people. Let them do this road for me because my people will not be happy if I come to campaign. And you saw federal government came and they are doing something. Even though the state government came out to say, oh, start to do all this kind of meeting, I don't know what I call them, that they are all working together. But you know that the thing was orchestrated by the federal government.
Okay, let's talk more about the election. Well, we're still on that trajectory.
Yes.
What are the chances of your party in this election, against the background that, number one, some of the messagings that are coming in, like you have admitted to, are basically because of election? And then you also talk about the quality of your candidates in terms of public engagement, in terms of media engagement. You also talk about the perception of the electorate on all of these issues. What are your thoughts?
Sonny, Osa today is here. And like I told you, we have done a lot. We have told the people what we want to do. I have told you, the only thing that Edo people want to hear is, what do you want to do for the Edo people? Anybody coming to tell you Edo we born is not a true Edo man. What we need to do is to tell our people, we have done this. Oh, we have done. You could see when Okpewolo is campaigning, he will tell you that I will continue from where Adams Oshiomhole have stopped. It is because as we speak, there is nothing to show. He cannot say he will continue from where Mr. Godwin Nogigase Obaseki has stopped.
But he has said so. Several fora. Aswa Igodalo, the PDP candidate, has said so.
You asked me of my candidate.
Yes.
Did you ask me of Aswa Igodalo?
Okay. But we are just telling you, because
I
he
am
said he
telling
didn't
you,
say
my
so.
candidate is saying he will stop from.
He will start.
He will start from where Oshiomhole has stopped.
Okay.
Because whether you and I like it or not, what we are seeing today, Sonny, let's be truthful. Even if we are journalists, we command the affairs of, the people. Let's be fair. Tell me what you can see apart from the Gbemudia long block buildings on Sapele Road that were, beautified. Tell me. I appreciate anything anybody does that is good for development. I appreciate, but we are not feeling it. I was watching your program now where you were talking about fuel. Is government not supposed, state government not supposed to regularize fuel the way they bring it, know how they brought it? Oshiomhole had the task force. What is this government doing? Why is there a lot of hardship? You put everything on government of the federal. We put everything on the federal government. We ought to regularize our state. It's the responsibility of a city governor to know what is coming into the state and how it is being done, how they bought it, how they want to sell it. You check the paper to know how this fuel came. You can imagine when we are buying fuel 1,300 naira and you put the whole blame on federal government. No, because I live in Abuja. I buy fuel from Abuja to this place. I know what fuel, the fuel that they are carrying from here to Abuja, they will sell it lesser than here in Edo. We don't have task force to check what they are selling.
Okay.
And Nigerians, Edo people are complaining, Nigerians are complaining. So these are some of the things a responsible government should look at.
Okay, let me ask you this question. You said a while ago that it's not about talking, it's about what do you want to do and how do you want to do it. There's a feeling that it is your party that has not told the other people what it wants to do and how it wants to do it, because there is no clear manifesto, a document that outlines what your party wants to do, what your candidate wants to do, and how it wants to do it.
The one that is there now, what manifesto did he use? The governor that is there now, tell me the manifesto he used. Answer my question. You ask me, I ask you.
No, my job is to ask you a
Your
question.
job is to ask me? Okay.
Yeah, your job is to answer.
Okay.
Does your party have a manifesto?
We have a manifesto,
Talk to us about
and
the
we have
manifesto.
been talking about our manifesto.
Okay. So what's the content of your manifesto?
We will do. That is why I told you at the beginning of this program that tell the people what you want to do. Don't come and say you will do this, you will kill this, they will do with bomb. We have said we have 5-point agenda, and we are working on security, agriculture, healthcare, education, and hospitals. We have said all of this. How do you want us to? So we should tell you how we want to
do it, because you said so.
We have told you.
You said 5-point agenda.
We have told you. We have told you.
We have told you to achieve it. How do you want to achieve the 5-point agenda?
We will achieve it. How? We will achieve it by. We have told you what we want to do when we come to government.
Okay.
And if you come to government before you know how you want to. You want the government that you have not come in. How do you now know what is there and how you are going to, to pretend what is there to all of this? So when you come to government, listen to me. When you come to government, you have said, this is what I want to do. Hold us accountable to it. When we are now there, you see that the teachers will say we are going to ensure that our schools are working. We are not working on it. We show that our hospitals that have been, commercialized with people from Lagos, we are not bringing it to the barest minimum of Edo people to be able to access.
Okay.
Then you see whether the security, we will not able to work on the security to ensure that Edo people have, Edo people's life are secured. They go to farm, they come back in Edo North, they go to farm in Ishan, they go to farm and nothing happens to them. And you will now see whether the hospitals will say we are going to build in each local government to ensure that they have, like in Edo North now, if somebody is seriously sick, you take the person to Iwa. If that Edo University, Iyamo, the specialist university was, if Obaseki allowed it to stay, he didn't carry the machine, carry everything away. Even up to bag of cement that was to be used to build the place because of, I don't know, he packed everything away and the hospital is there like that. Our people will not be going to Irua. They will not get to Irua before they die on the road. Okay. So these are some of the things I say we will do.
Okay, fantastic.
So let Edo people vote for people who say we will do X, Y, Z, not people who say we will burn Edo if we don't win.
All right. So give us your final message to Edo people ahead of Saturday's election. What's your final word?
The final word is that they should come out en masse, but they should be afraid. Come out en masse, cast your vote, and vote for the party that has told you, the All Progressive Congress, of what they want to do for Edo people. Not the party that says Edo will burn if we don't win.
Okay. All right, I've been talking with Ahmed Musa Momo, who is chieftain of the APC from Edo North Senatorial District, speaking with us on the candidates' manifesto, the party's manifesto, and the plans by the party to govern Edo State if they have the opportunity to do so after Saturday's election. Ahmed, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you so much.